I find interest in aviation, and I have one or two friends who can fly, and I have a few people who works in that space. I'm not a frequent traveler like a lot of you, but the few trips on the recent time, I paid attention to that space. Okay, so I know it's not easy to fly. There are certain conditions you must meet, and there are certain criteria that must be fulfilled. And to top that, it is not also cheap. It's not one of those industries you can just say because you have money you want to go into. Neither is it one of those places you want to go because you think you know people. There are conditions you must meet, and you must be certified or given a license for you to fly. So I was paying attention on the recent time. I'm reading a few things about that space as well. Okay, so when I am flying, if I have the chance, I am more detailed than I used to. Okay, one of them is that I'm careful to see and observe. One is that when they are taking off, when they are landing, okay, I pay attention to this process on the recent time. Okay, and I found out that you don't just land and you don't just take off. There are instructions you must follow. So I came to this conclusion. I was like, when you are supposed to be landing, you're told that you're in a destination. The altitude is already reduced. You know it's no longer motion like that, but still you can't just land. I observed something I want to share, okay? And I came to this conclusion that you mean that all the investments of this guy who now have a license to fly, or this pilot or this captain that is taking people from one destination to the other in the air, is to obey an instruction, listen to it and obey it. Okay, is to hear instruction, to obey it and to carry it out. Okay, because I found out that some of the people that give those instructions in most cases are not even in the plane. The people that give those instructions are not even in the plane, because the plane is like a big machine in the air. So I was like, okay, so you mean all this training, all these investments to come and function and work in this space is to listen to instruction and to obey them. And the person or the people giving this instruction are not even in the plane. Same thing is applicable to our lives. You can see a big machine in the air, but most of the instruction that the pilot is following is not inside the plane. It's from the control room, from the tarmac or the control tower, whatever term they use in that industry. So your life too is to be controlled, is to be influenced by the